Jungkook came out of washroom, a towel in his hand. As he ruffled his hair dry, he noticed the tension in the air as Wine stood before the mirror in a delicate nightgown. Sensing her distress, he wrapped his arms around her form behind, resting his chin on her shoulder. She was too lost in her thoughts that she yelped when he came in contact with her. Jungkook, is everything okay, love? She placed her hands on his arms. Jungkook kissed her back before making eye contact with her through the reflection of the mirror. Vine sighed, her gaze fixed on the scar on her shoulder, memories flooding back. Jungkook, tell me, what happened? Vine, I was just thinking about this scar. I don't like it. Jungkook frowned before he held her hand and kissed the scar on her shoulder. Jungkook, what about it you don't like? Vine's fingers traced a faint line. Jungkook watched patiently before he kissed her finger as well. Vine, it's from a time when I felt trapped, when I was just a little kid. My parents and teachers were so controlling. There was this teacher who used to abuse me. I I used to feel so suffocated and helpless. Jungkook tightened his hold silently, urging her to continue, his fingers tracing her comforting patterns on her skin. Wine. He would give me extra work. One day, it became too much. I stood up for myself, and it escalated into a physical confrontation. I tried to escape, but I fell against a sharp edge, leaving me with this scar. Jungkook's eyes filled with empathy as he observed her painful story. Wine. He was too abusive. He used to hit us on little things like just moving a little without permission. Wine. It never got better. It will go away only with surgery. Jungkook kissed the scar gently, his warmth comforting. Jungkook, it's a part of what you have accomplished. It's beautiful in my eyes. She looked at him confused. Beautiful? A scar? She turned around and Jungkook placed his hand on her arms. He then leant down and kissed her shoulder. She smiled, feeling much better. He always had a way to take her pain away. He picked her up in his arms. Jungkook gently laid Wine to the bed, his arms wrapped securely around her. Jungkook, I know a way to deal with this. He laid her down on the bed, ensuring she was comfortable before disappearing from her vision. Soon, he returned with a tray of assorted ice cream flavors. That was where she forgot everything else, getting distracted by the ice cream. like a baby would be distracted by his toys. He chuckled at her expressions and placed the tray between them, selecting a variety of flavors. Wine moved the tray towards her side before he could pick up for himself. Wine. I don't share. Giggling happily, she picked up the first flavor and started to eat, earning a bombastic side eye from Jungkook, which made her laugh even more. Wine. Oh, hi baby. She instantly recorded those expressions and made a proud face before placing the ice cream back in front of him to choose from. Jungkook. Thank you, Your Highness. I am honored. Wine. Oh, I'm a generous person. He reached for her hand, intertwining their fingers. Jungkook. I love you, my lady. He leaned in, placing a gentle kiss on her forehead. They continued to share the ice cream and whispered conversations, creating a space where the scars of the past were soothed by the love and understanding they found in each other's arms. It was after a few nights when Jungkook returned to the room. Wine noticed a new tattoo adorning his shoulder, peeking out of his tank top. Wine, hey, you got a new tattoo? I didn't know. He walked up to her and took a seat before her. Jungkook, would you like to see? She nodded and slowly removed his top, the tattoo along with his body coming in full display. Her fingers gently grazed over the new tattoo, unable to understand its meaning. It was really random, and no proper shape, but it was reminding her of something. Something she couldn't pinpoint until her eyes widened up in realization. It was the tattoo positioned in the exact place where her scar lay, and in exact same shape. Mine. That is my scar. Why? Jungkook, I want you to know whatever you have is what makes you beautiful. He held her hand. Jungkook, it's a part of you, and now it's a part of me as well. Wine's eyes welled up with emotion as she took in the significance of his gesture. Jungkook, I want you to know that your pain is my pain. Your scars are mine to share. We are connected, not just by love, but by every part of our story. She leaned in and kissed his fresh tattoo. He took her hand, pressing a tender kiss to her palm. She wrapped her arms around his torso as she hugged him, unable to say much at that moment. It was beautiful and precious as it was. Wine, stay like this forever. I love you. He kissed her head as his positive reply and caressed her arms, keeping her in his warm embrace.